A Reddit user says, AITAH for telling my BIL and his wife that I do not want to follow their birth plan. Let's see how the narrative progresses.
For my BL, Simon, 39 me, and his wife, Michelle, 38 I act as a surrogate. For years, Simon and Michelle have battled infertility. They've previously attempted IVF and even surrogacy, but the intended recipient abruptly changed her mind. They have openly expressed their jealousy of my 34-year-old husband James and myself for being parents, despite the fact that our oldest child was born when we were 16. They requested me to act as their surrogate when they approached me last year. My husband and I both had our reservations, but we decided to go ahead because we felt awful for them. James backed my choice and has been kind and considerate, just like he was during my other pregnancies. Conversely, Simon and Michelle have a lot of control. They created food plans for me, and I attend several classes in addition to taking all of these supplements. They disregarded my assurances that I was knowledgeable about pregnancy care and told me that I wasn't an expert because I hadn't become pregnant 4 times. I realized nothing would persuade them, so I gave up trying. Earlier this week, we began discussing the birth plan, which led to a heated dispute. I steadfastly refused to provide an unmedicated water birth as they had requested. I didn't have enough time for pain medication during my second pregnancy, and the agony was excruciating. Even though I can tolerate a lot of pain, I never wanted to go through this horrible experience again. In regards to the water birth, I don't enjoy the thought of being submerged in water that contains blood, other fluids, and possibly excrement. Kudos to anyone who has unmedicated births. This did not make them pleased. They declared that they should choose how their child was born because it was their baby. This is my body, and I should choose how I want to push out a human that I'm so kindly carrying for them. I shot back. There was a great deal of shouting, and I soon felt overwhelmed. Michelle rolled her eyes and ordered me to grow up when I started crying. Simon was agitated when James instructed her to stop talking, and everything went wrong. I was crying the entire way home with James, and I regretted ever accepting to be their surrogate. James and I didn't speak with Simon or Michelle for a few days as we worked through our emotions. After complaining about what had happened to James's parents over the phone with Simon and Michelle, they contacted us to give our version of events. They expressed outrage at what had occurred, declared that they were completely on our side, and promised to speak with Simon and Michelle. I'm anxious because my due date is in 2 weeks. Although I know they must be there because it's their child, there is a part of me that doesn't want them there. James is not in agreement. He threatened to have them removed if they did anything to aggravate or worry me. He has the support of even my oldest, who won't even be present. I don't know, but I do feel a little bit like an a-hole. These are trying times.